Take two. Good morning. I'm getting ready to go to Michigan to set up our bug out location. So I wanted to show some of the things that we had gotten ready. There's a lot more to get ready. It's down in the other outbuildings, but all right. To start out with, I have the cache tube. Cache tube. This is really great for sealing up something that can't get moist, can't get damp. It's got ammunition rifles in it. So what you do is you take a PVC tube. This is a 6-inch. I would have preferred to get a 8-inch, but they're really hard to find. Put a cap on the bottom, glue that in, and you put the screw cap on here, and then the screw cap itself sits down into this. It just threads right down. So it's pretty easy to get open again. It's really stuck right now, but a good pair of vice grips will pop that right open. And be absolutely sure that what's in there is not going to get wet. Okay, so then we have a bunch of kitchen utensils, knife sharpener, ladle, spoons and forks, and meat grinder. There's a grain grinder in there. And this is just the basic stuff that you need around the kitchen, that if the worst came to worst and we had to go there and didn't have anything with us, that would be something to fall back on. And that would pretty much be all we needed. The sheds up there, or the cabins, whatever you might call them, there in Michigan don't have padlocks on them, so we're bringing some new padlocks. We might get some better ones. They're pretty cheesy. 2-cycle oil. This is a thing I like to carry in my bug out bag, and just make sure that I have with me. Number one, I obviously can use it for 2-cycle oil in your chainsaw or small engine. The other thing is you could use it as regular motor oil. But they come in these great containers, and they're sealed, and they don't leak. So you can put it in your bag and forget about it. Stuck bolts, that sort of thing. This works pretty well too. Level. Can't build without one. Well, you can, but it won't be straight. We picked up this Dutch oven a couple years ago at a flea market. Tag still on it. $25. And this is for baking. If you don't have access to an oven, it's pretty easy to bake in. You just put it right on coals around it, pile some coals on top of it, and it's just like a mini oven. Cobbler's great in there. You put some pie filling in the bottom and then some Bisquick on top and let her go. Now, mice like to chew through plastic. Never had them chew through a 5-gallon bucket, but they'll be happy to try. They certainly go through coffee cans pretty easily with the plastic tops. So we want to seal our seeds up in something that is completely mouse proof, and that's why metal works for that. You know, in here we've got just an old cookie tin. We've got some seasonings and coffee. You can't go without coffee. And some wash rags and soap, and of course a big packet of seeds. That we get our seeds from usually Dollar General. You can see them on sale in this late springtime for a couple of cents each. So when they do that sale, I don't care what it is, as long as it's not okra, we'll stock right up on it. Now these are our food buckets. I got 6 more outside ready to go that are flour and sugar and spaghetti, something else too. Anyway, this one's got raisins, peanut butter, just 1-pound things of peanut butter. But like, there's no food that has more calories per pound that I'm aware of than peanut butter. It's like 2,300 calories per pound. Flour is like 1,200, 1,600, somewhere right in there. So peanut butter really makes sense to stock away as a survival food. And then the bottom one, I'm not sure what it is. What she's got in it. She stacked that one. And just plates in a frying pan. And the water's not going. It's hard to stockpile water where it freezes because the bottles like to split open. And then we've got a bunch of garden tools to go. And trying to think. A big 275-gallon tank. Oh yeah. We got a barrel for clothes. And these are one of these olive barrels. So they got the big screw lid on it. They're really good, but they're hard to conceal if you're going to put something that you'd like to conceal in it. So clothing goes in that. Again, you can rest assured that mice can't get into it because it's pretty thick plastic. It doesn't smell like food. And put your clothes in there, or we're going to have some cots with the foam cushions. So we'll roll up the foam cushions and put those in there. That way the mice can't get at them. And mice are a real concern out in the country. When even in a sealed house, they always find a way in. They can slip through a crack that's no wider than 3/8 of an inch or thereabouts. And if they can get their head through it, they can get their body through it. I guess they're compressible. But mice do a lot of damage, and something to be aware of if you're ever going to try to catch something. You have to make it mouse-proof, because they will find a way to get in, even if it's underground. If the ground settles a little bit and leaves a hole, they're right in there. And as soon as they get in, they're leaving an access point for water, and then your cache gets ruined. All right, I'll be taking some more footage as we go of some of the other things that we're bringing and loading up the truck. Have a nice day.